Hello, everybody. So today I am going to be reacting to Conquest of the Planet of the Apes. Finally, I got access to it. This is the first time I've watched it. I actually don't know anything about this almost, except for that it's a continuation of Planet of the Apes. And characters tend to die in these movies, so I'm guessing that somebody's going to die, or everybody's going to die. I do know that this is probably going to follow Milo, who is probably here on the main menu, and you can see New York. This is probably about how the fall of apes or the fall of mankind began to the apes. Kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy, possibly. I don't know the difference between Alto and Milo, but I guess we're about to find out. Without any further ado, guess I should start. Pretty intense beginning. North America, 1991. That's the year Sonic came out. This came out in 72, though. Oh, so I guess the apes have been discovered. I guess Milo's descendants have been. They're just being taken to prisons. Oh my. Milo has that many descendants already? Why wasn't this on the news when I was in? Well, I wasn't around in 1991. Well, they're mean, probably. They're slaves. They've been enslaving the apes, the humanified apes. They weren't just mindless apes that they enslaved. I guess they tried to turn these apes back into apes, but they tried to turn them into slaves. Wow. Todd IO35, never heard of it. Frank Capra. Wait, that's the right character, right? Wasn't Frank Capra the Beautiful Life, arsenic and old lace guy? Oh my. Oh, this isn't even an hour and a half. At least that'll be helpful for editing. Oh, why is it getting a little blurry on the edge of the camera? I know there's stuff like when you're like, yeah, but you don't see it here. That's the thing. You can see it on some cameras, but it doesn't seem to be happening here. In older films. Still really weird how just 1/24th of a second can expose a whole area of film. I know light's fast, but to expose it enough where you get a good amount of image where like it impacts the chemicals enough in just not even at 1 second, but a 24th of a second. Oh wow. So with Milo not even circuses are still going. Oh, wait, is that the guy who had Milo last time? Or wait, is Milo the one from the future and the other apes were held prisoner because they were afraid of them becoming smart or something, and they're totally unrelated. Oh yeah. Oh, so Milo's in disguise. So those other apes were unrelated. And so they enslaved all other apes. Yeah, but like in a dark area like this, like 1/24th of a second is like enough to expose the entire film, cause a chemical reaction or whatever. They have ape control already. Keep them from getting smart. They're just reinforcing this whole thing. The whole problem that they're trying to prevent, they're just reinforcing, wasn't it? Because of slave apes, that they were like, no more. What does Caesar have to do with this if there's Alto? Because I believe Caesar, apparently, according to what I've read on Wikipedia, Caesar was important to the old movies too. I still miss Zara though. He killed her. Milo might be part of it, for all we know. It died. And they're moving about pretty intelligently. They all died within a few months, 8 years ago. Every dog cat in the world. He was like a dog. The disease that killed him was a mysterious virus brought back from outer space by one of the astronauts. Oh, I don't think the vacuum of space. I don't think the vacuum of space is habitable for diseases to live in unless you land on some specific planet. Then you might have diseases, but... Chatting a lot. They can't, read, or something they're supposed to read. That's great. They're making them more intelligent. And yeah, she's flirting. I notice I say "oh" randomly a lot while editing these. I don't know if that's a very fun thing. Oh, that's not nice. I don't know. I was about to say "oh" again when I said that, but, yeah. Or the last comment I made. The apes have become very, mobile and stuff. Oh. She likes him. Did we just cut to the luncheon? Okay, that's awkward running. Wait. They're very, I don't know. I mean, to them, apes are just animals, so I don't know. They're pretty cruel to apes, like, unfair to waitresses, I guess. They want jobs, but, I admit my behavior was inexcusable, and I am deeply sorry, but I think we're gonna take over the headquarters. But that saying about slaves on that one poster, it's like if you're acknowledging they're slaves, then, you know, like, the idea of slavery is a problem with society here, but like, you're insulting the slaves themselves with that. It is really dark in this scene, though. But I have lights on. He's gonna die in the end of this movie, probably. But where are they taken overseas? So they take them back to the wild, then? He's gonna die, too, isn't he? And by the blessed St. Francis who loved all animals, I meant it. You see, I run a circus. Well, you could say that humans are terrible and be a human. It's my understanding the baby was shot dead with its parents. Yeah. The apes could have switched their baby with one stolen from the zoo. They figured that out. I mean, I kind of figured it out, but that was because I saw the other baby. I only figured it out last second because we had seen the other ape. Yeah. Yeah, but how do they know that that ape was the same age? Because Milo would have been younger when they found him. Or when they searched. Why would Milo have aged quicker? That guy is... Even if they're just animals, it's still animal abuse. Oh, he's letting them out, or he's getting in to join them. I just wonder why they're shipping them away. He's the only black ape in there, I think. So that's gonna be pretty obvious that he's an imposter. They didn't notice. They probably didn't inspect the crate beforehand. They probably were just checking to see if how it was going for all of them. They're probably just casually standing there. Probably not the people who loaded the crate. Just delivering it. Now we know they're not going to be just prisoners here. What are they doing? Yeah, because they're not being treated like animals, but they're not being treated like humans either. They're being treated worse than animals and worse than humans. I don't know how stuff was back in the 70s, though. But yeah, they're treated like slaves, actual slaves, which, you know, not the way you'd treat an animal either. Not that you should treat humans like that, but, like, you know, people shouldn't treat anything like that. Oh, wow. That is cruelty. Yeah, what I mean is that they're not just not even treating them like humans. They're not even treating them like animals. I mean, yeah, they're probably afraid of what they could do, but they're just making it even worse. Doing. That's not even humane, is it? Are they trying to read its thoughts? Oh, the force field. Switch on with your hands in there. He's too suspicious right now, probably. Until he's sharing. I got a mugshot of an ape. How can they even tell the apes apart? That's a drawing. Yeah, I think it's a complicated issue though. Like, they're just, you know, they see them as work animals. Like, I don't know. Still, treatment is everything. Because what does an ape want? Supposed to fill it up just right. Hey, what are they doing? No! No! So apparently this recorder can only record up to 30 minutes at a time, sadly. So, yeah. So what I was saying is I wonder about, like, if the apes, if these are different apes from the ape line, how did they evolve to be bipedal and, with human characteristics that fast? Even with learning, they still have, like, human form almost. Why did he... Yeah, this is not... They're still being sold, so why did he go with them? Like, basically selling himself. So I guess it's not because they were afraid of apes that they started making them into slaves. It was because the other animals died. It wasn't... But they're still afraid of the apes. That's just a separate story, I guess. But wow, they do not treat their pets well. No, not good. What if I just want 901? No, they're quick. Yeah. It's probably not an easy place to escape. The tech's not too over-teched for being not 20 years in the future. Weren't these the people questioning the circus leader? What are they doing in Africa? Or are they not the same people? Should he act smart or not smart? Or should he act just as smart as he's supposed to be so he doesn't get punished? But so they don't fear him. Oh. But then brightness has never been encouraged among slaves. Wow, there. All of us were slaves once in one sense of the word or another. Yeah. They're really emphasizing the term slave. So the apes are rebellious. I think that guy's actually trying to help, though. Maybe that's why they refer to them as slaves, because they're like, oh yeah, maybe they're referring to them as slaves, not because, like, wouldn't slavery be, like, discouraged in any term? Like, if they're just seeing them as stock animals, it wouldn't be, like, the same in many of their eyes as slavery, but the fact that they're actually specifically calling them slaves is indication that they are starting to see these animals as more than just animals. And so they're acknowledging that they're just regressing back into the form that they were doing before, and that they're just keeping them as slaves. And it's not any longer an issue of animals, but, like, have they shown human traits enough that they don't see them as animals? But even if they were stock animals or whatever, they're still, like, still got to treat them good enough. So, yeah. But what I guess I'm seeing is that they are starting to view them as on the level of personhood, but yet they're still treating them worse than animals. And that's where the whole problem comes in. They're not even treating them like animals, yet they're starting to acknowledge them in a kind of personhood kind of context. So, yeah. We haven't named him yet, have we? No. Oh, are they going to rename him Alto? Or Milo? He's going to find the name Milo? Somewhere along the name was Alto. Is he pointing for him? Oh, that might be just a full Caesar. Oh, so he is Caesar. So I'm wondering if the other Planet of the Apes films are even on a similar timeline or not. They're, well, they can't tell that he was intelligent to choose the name. He could have just got lucky on that name. But, so he apparently is Caesar. Or is that not Milo? I mean, maybe I couldn't tell the faces apart. Low priority threat. Caesar is not going to be low priority threat. Okay, now I'm confused. So it's Milo Caesar, or are they two completely different apes and they just got... Or are we focusing on two different apes rather than one? Yeah. I think they might be trapping him. Mm. I'm gonna have to keep... There's a catch. It's not good. It's like truth serum. I gotta know now, it seems like. Oh. Oh, that is Milo? But I thought Milo went to Africa now. You there? I'm confused. So very confused where everything is. I guess he lost his, Wait. Thought he went away. Oh, wait. I'm so confused. I thought he went away on the ship. He's right back here, it seems like. He's gonna lose it because he lost his friend. What? What do you want? With him and that book, at least. She throws the book. I don't know what that has to do with him. Wow. Rebellious activity. I'll probably pick it up on the editing of the 3 action. Still. Like what? Planning to do with that knife. Oh, let's see. Yeah, that's her, right? I get mixed up with Ollie's faces this time. Whoa. Ah, wow, I don't... oh, they're getting weapons! He's raising a rebellion or something. Like it's time. He's encouraging rebellion. But also some pretty violent stuff, too. The thing is, this is going to escalate out of stuff, and they're going to start hurting innocent people as well, not just horrible people, probably. If you're going to be mean. If you're so afraid of them, then just let them free. So they now know that Milo's part of this, or Caesar? Milo? Oh, the chimpanzee wasn't listed. So they went to Indonesia. Oh. So did he go to Indonesia, get the ape, and then bring him back? They're gonna do horrible stuff. He's gonna probably protect Caesar in some way. Yeah, he cares for the apes, I suppose. Oh, so they can't read, but they're expected to do the right stuff. Yeah, he's not gonna listen. There's no way he can avoid listening because there are phones everywhere. Can't pretend he doesn't hear it. He's not gonna be handed over, hopefully. Did he? Taking a risk that he can trust him. Do. So this guy doesn't change it. Yeah, he's gonna turn. It's gonna cause a lot of problems. There. They're just the only problem is they're just gonna end up swapping the places. That's how it happens. Sometimes. Not all the time, but I think people often are afraid of one side the rebellion. It's gonna be as oppressive to the people who they rebelled against, including the innocent people who are totally unrelated. It's just a cycle of hate and stuff and fear. One side oppresses the oppressor, then they oppress the people who aren't the oppressors, but who are related to the oppressors too. So, yeah. It's caught. They tell that he's the same one. They're gonna be able to. They captured him. It's gonna be horrible.
But we don't do that to humans.
To apes, they do. Cruel. They do that to all the apes? They're cruel. They don't even care. They don't even care if they're not able. They're evil. No, so he's like, oh, it's not responsible, but yeah, we're gonna treat it like it is.
He is wired for electrocution, isn't he? Well, then electrocute. No.
Yeah, turn off now. Do it anymore. Yeah. Is he acting? He probably acted. When you do that to anybody, it's just cruel. Or anything. That'd be awful having to act after having that actually happen. They're just reinforcing the hatred and anger. It's not just going to impact the bad people, it's going to impact everybody, too. They're going to end up being treated exactly like you treated them, but then they did it because they were afraid of you treating them like they treated you, and you treat the time loop. One does it to the other because the other does it to them. They're gonna uprise. Brought music. Kind of gets shaky camera when it's kind of dark, so that's kind of weird. Still wonder what this whole alto thing is about. Management. So yeah, revolution's good. It's just the problem's gonna be that it's gonna just end up switching roles between apes and humans. It's not gonna where the good apes and the good humans work together. It's gonna be where all humans end up treated like the bad humans. But I mean, I don't blame them at this point. It's just we know that they're on the start of a dark path because of this whole thing. Yeah, What? What about Jeopardy? Oh, they're live there in Jeopardy. That's what they're talking about, Jeopardy, the game show. But yeah, you can't blame the apes for doing this. It's just, unfortunately, it's probably going to start something that can't be turned back. And the humans themselves are first to blame. What is it? It's vibrating. Something's vibrating. I still think Caesar should have not talked at that point. He should have just, because it seemed like they're probably done. And then he started talking, but yeah, it's time for the revolution to start. That. Oh. Well, I deserved to escape.
Acquire the power of speech.
Yeah. He's announcing the whole thing, I think. Oh, that's gonna cause huge problems because it's gonna be more fear. It's not gonna end up being negotiated.
Stay in your homes and lock your doors.
What if I want to be out?
Our defense forces are given complete freedom of movement.
Maybe they gave him the name Alto years later afterwards. I don't know. Stuff happened, then more stuff happened. He's an Altoid. Not really. You might just find out that maybe this isn't even the last rebellion, but well, they have made the new Planet of the Apes films about Caesar if Caesar wasn't important. And that's probably not San Francisco, though, or Oakland. That reminds me of a place I was there when I went to see Turning Red. A little bit. It was much wider open. They're walking kind of weird for advancing armies.
No! No!
They're gonna all die. Oh, there's more coming from behind. So they know they're gonna die, don't they? Just let them go, and they don't want dominance, they just want freedom. Yeah, they put them on, the ones they put on the front line are destined to die. Oh, they're smiling. I guess there are probably people who smile when they go hunting too, but still, I don't know. Wait, they're crying out, so they're letting them know they're coming. Oh, and they're gonna die too. Oh, they didn't know, or did they? I don't know. Milo gonna die now. They're just aiming, they're taking their time. Yeah. I don't think they're aiming that well here. They held way too long, so that gave them time to advance. If you just let them go free, this wouldn't be an issue. Just realize that your ape slavery project isn't working well. I don't know, that bridge kind of reminds me of a place in Japan, but probably for some non-important reason. No!
No!
They're trying to be reasonable. That guy's at least trying to be negotiating, but he doesn't really understand that they're past that. They must just aim very slowly. They must be waiting for them to advance to shoot. Oh. Well, I don't think the fire is going to hold back the gunfire. It just might confuse them. But, I mean, I'm pretty sure, I don't know for sure, but I presume a bullet travels just as fast through fire as it does through regular air. It might explode first, I don't know. But, I mean, doesn't it fire from the gun? So, many have died, but others escape. No, they have guns now. There's still a huge line. I do kind of feel like I'm kind of just making up stuff just to say some stuff. Though. Yeah. Wait, is that Lisa, I think the ape's name was? I mean, what I mean is I'm probably just I feel like I'm, kind of making comments just so I can, fill that time or something. Some of my comments. I don't know if they would actually be able to take down that many shielded army people, but I mean, there's got to be a lot of apes then. They have guns now. Oh, they're breaking into gun stores. Now they got equal ground. Oh, wow, blood. Oh, the bookstore. Don't burn the bookstore. Right now, they're not doing anything but acting in self-defense, so, I still don't know because, not all of them are the apes aren't using their guns really as much, and they're still making it past these guys. All the stuff they're burning, it seems like they are declaring war on human civilization now, rather than just their captors. Like they're burning it to symbolize, yeah, we're done with people. Yes, people. They keep saying, they keep saying no, just keeps reminding me of no, no. But I guess I don't believe there are many good people. Have they seen that many people, though? They've been held by their captors most of the time. They're just standing there. Just standing there going like, ah. Oh. Just... I mean, yeah, I guess I do get the fair, because you've heard of what they do, but you're the ones who are making the apes angry in the first place. Your fair of what you can do is just causing them to act out. I keep saying this, don't I? Oh, yeah, because he's... Old McDonald is a nice guy. She's still alive. I don't know much about her. I don't think she got much screen time, though. But, yeah. Nothing.
How do we differ from the dogs and cats you and your kind used to love?
Yeah.
Pets and slaves.
Because your kind were once our ancestors. Man was born.
So you're turning your ancestors into slaves.
The beast must be whipped into submission.
Oh, so they're afraid of themselves.
You poison our guts.
They're afraid of themselves, their ancestral roots.
Hitting the dark side of ourselves.
Yeah. But they're not the dark side of themselves. They're gonna let him go? Because the apes aren't the dark side of humanity. They're just... What are they gonna do to him? Just gonna kill him, or are they gonna let him free? Spare him? Yeah. I think they're killing him. Nope, they didn't kill him, did they? I don't know. A new dangerous world. Yeah, a new dangerous world. Order. It does.
Do you think this planet will win freedom for all your kind? By tomorrow it will be too late.
Yeah, it's escalated.
An Emperor Ape might do slightly better. Slightly?
He's just wanting slightly.
Out of which I will equine people from their captivity and
Oh.
build our own cities in which there will be no place for humans except to serve our ends.
Yeah, they're just doing the same thing.
And that day is upon you now.
They have turned into what they're fighting. But, are they gonna just let humans destroy themselves first, or and then come out of the shadows, or are they gonna enact it quicker? That guy is gonna be pounded in. Wait. No. So she's gonna have compassion. Or did she say now, or for now?
We will put down our weapons. And those who were our masters are now our servants. And we, who are not human, can afford to be humane. Destiny is the will of God. And if it is man's destiny to be dominated, it is God's will that he be dominated with compassion and understanding. We have seen the birth of the planet of the apes.
So they have decided that they're gonna do it right, but in the next generation, it's probably gonna escalate in the next generations. They're still gonna try to make humans into servants, it sounds like, but humanely, but then it's gonna turn into a whole mess, I think. But yeah, so I think it is kind of an interesting line, you know, like pets and animals and, you know, stock animals and like how far is too far and stuff. And yeah, things just spiral out of control. Right now they're gonna be like, you know, less cruel, but eventually we know how it's gonna turn out. Probably, it seems. So, yeah, it's just the start of, because there's one more, the Battle of the Planet of the Apes. I think that, you know, they're gonna start out, you know, trying to be compassionate, but eventually it's just gonna get too far, you know, too much pushback, stuff like that. It's just not gonna be able to be contained, the anger on both sides, and it's gonna just fall apart. So one side it wins, and that's the Planet of the Apes. So yeah, that was Conquest of the Planet of the Apes. Sorry if I was a bit clunky this reaction. I try not to be, but you know, sometimes I am. But yeah. That was Planet of the Apes, Conquest, and do I have anything in the near future? That's what it says on the back. Yeah, because it's like, we love pets, and then it's like, okay, we get more pets, and then, you know, oh yeah, but then we hate them. So yeah. Well, we're sending them, well, because we're afraid of them. And then we're afraid of them, and that causes us to do horrible things, and yeah. But like, apes aren't the dark side of humanity, and I hear that they're not even direct ancestors. They're more of a different branch. But I feel like humanity's dark side has come over time, and yeah, there's kind of a dark side of nature anyway. Like, it's always the idea of survival of the fittest and, you know, competition. And then, yeah, how far is too far with treating, like, you know, how far is treating others too far, treating animals too far? When does it reach a point where it's like, oh, this is oppression, rather than just like owning an animal? And so I feel that the film is an interesting look at that. At the end, I kind of still don't know what Milo's going for. My reaction's probably going to cut out pretty quickly. But yeah, Milo is like, oh yeah, we're in danger, you know, they were turning into the humans, but then he showed an act of compassion, but still it might be too far gone to turn back. So yeah. But yeah, I think that's the end of my reaction, and I'm gonna cut it now. And thanks for watching. Bye.